Okay. So.
Yeah, chew that.
Chew that.
I was about to say something I did. All right. Yeah, facts.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Nick.
It's Yoki, what's up, man?
We are here on another episode of the Quarter Life Crisis. Shout out to our producer.
What's up?
You're not gonna. Who are you, bro?
Injustice.
Indeed.
The local supervillain.
Indeed, Injustice. We're here at Supervillain Studios. We're not at Supervillain Studios, but we're working with Supervillain Studios. We are at Kudo Society. Shout out Kudo Society. What you sipping on?
Sorry, me? Just a chai latte.
Oh, D, I got my. I asked you
Nah,
sipping
you
on. I
got
didn't
what
ask
I'm
what you eating.
Let me finish, bro. Come on, man.
Of course, finish.
And I'm halfway through this Oreo chocolate, or not Oreo, sorry. M&M chocolate chip cookie.
Indeed.
It's delicious.
Indeed.
What about you, bro?
I've got my horchata bubble tea, but instead of boba, there's lychee in here, lychee jelly. If you know, you know about that lychee. Get tapped in. What
are you drinking,
on?
Justice?
I got a macchiato. You feel me?
Tight.
Not gonna lie, it's not really my vibe. But
It's
shout
not-
out Kudo Society still.
Tight shit.
Word.
Trying something new.
I'm not a big coffee person.
Oh,
and
I
it tastes
see.
coffee.
Yeah.
So,
It's always going to, bro. It's got some espresso in there.
yeah. I thought the other stuff in it was gonna
Yeah, nah.
offset it more.
Macchiato
Yeah.
tastes more like
You gotta
coffee.
get like a
Yeah.
cappuccino. Not a cappuccino. What is it?
type shit.
I'm trying to think.
like a
bro.
frappuccino.
Frappuccino.
Type shit.
That shit would hit.
Frappe, something
Mocha
like that. Mocha frap.
Mocha fraps hit. Man.
Yeah, exactly.
With the whipped cream and shit.
Type shit.
What was this week? What was it, 1 to 10? Okay. Let's let him chew for a second. I'm gonna go first.
Oh.
I don't think that was crazy. Chew? All right. I'll turn to the game.
Go ahead, bro. Listen.
But yeah, my week was very very busy. I did a lot. I was doing my internship. Shout out where I work. I'm not gonna drop that yet, but one day. What else did I do? Went back to school. That was dope. What else happened? Oh, shout out YFA, your favorite African. We did some content that should be dropping soon. It should be out by now on her YouTube channel, Your Favorite African. And it's also, she's going to be on as a guest one of these days, hopefully soon. So, get tapped in. I guess as a whole, I'll make that week at 8, probably at 9. Got to meet a lot of dope people, especially out there. Love always making content, meeting with different creators and stuff like that, especially Black creators. And she told me a couple dance moves, so I might bring those out one of these
You gotta
days.
show us at the pod, bro. You
One
gotta
of
teach me
these
some
days.
leg work or something, twin.
Yeah, the
Tight.
leg work, bro.
I'm
knew.
terrible. I'm not even a
the
real
leg
African
work.
for real.
The problem is I could do the leg work, but like the rest of my body look goofy when I do the leg work.
Me too.
Like it's gotta all like I don't. You know how they hit it with the swaggy? I'm not swaggy
Like,
with it yet.
It's that the shoulders, this type shit.
You know, yeah. But yeah, that's it for me. Check out.
So, I say right now, I'm a 9 out of 10, bro. I just finished my first week at school. This is my first time back in like 7-ish months. So I'm very happy about that. I feel good.
Congratulations.
Productive week. Feel like I'm accomplishing some stuff. I'll be done in May, so it's the start of something good, man. And I'm looking forward to making some vlogs. I'm planning on making my first, well, not my first TikTok vlog because I've made TikTok vlogs in the past, but like my first TikTok vlog with a voiceover. That'd be cool. And then a YouTube vlog this weekend. That's gonna be pretty big. So look forward to that. Editing is gonna be something that I'm doing. It's a new beast, but I'm excited to do it. So
How does it feel to be a college student again?
it's actually pretty fun, bro. Like I like it. Being away from it for so long has made me like appreciate the little nuances. Like I had a 2-hour class today, a math class, and I was sitting there as like, we got to the halfway point. And I was like, that was out? I don't know what it is. I think it's because I've been working full time that like
That's what, yeah,
2
that's
hours doesn't feel like nothing anymore. Whereas before I used to sit there for 30 minutes and I'd be like, I'm tired. Like I don't want to be here. But I feel good, man. Like I always feel like I have energy in class, which is something that I never had before. So
I don't want to rain on your parade, or maybe I do.
go ahead.
I'm sure you're gonna keep having fun, but it's always fun during syllabus week. You know what I mean? Once you get to midterms, you're gonna have a little less fun. You know what I mean? But
That's why you got to be prepared. That's why I'm gonna be ahead of my work. You know what I'm saying?
talking shit.
Because I know how it feels to be
Talking
like
shit.
feeling like a like I'm.
Yeah. You've done this before. You're not like this ain't freshman year.
I've messed up before. You know, this is a time to see if I can
redemption arc
really
kind
do type shit, bro. I got to do everything well. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
we're watching hella K-dramas as always, anime as always, type shit.
Amazing, bro.
Hey man,
Amazing.
shout out my. Yeah,
it's
bro,
funny because Yoki loves his K-dramas, bro.
Nah, dead
you know
ass,
what? I
bro.
respect it, bro.
I be watching a new K-drama every week, bro.
But Nick always makes the same face.
He do. He do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, man. See, in this scenario, think about it like you, me right now. Nick is a judgmental human being, right? You gonna say something and you gonna love it, you gonna appreciate it, and they gonna make faces. They gonna say stuff in their hand, but just remember, bro, that's not gonna affect you, because you focusing on what you can control. I can't control. You know what I'm saying?
Right, he can't.
The shit that goes through his head.
I can't control my
Something
face.
deep.
Either.
Type
That's
shit,
the
you know what I'm
problem.
saying?
I was really trying to show love. Like I was trying to be like, that's dope.
He just don't know
But-
the beauty. You know what I'm saying? Like
The K
it's
drama.
okay. It's okay.
Hey man, same man, bro. I've been there, so I can't.
He said I've been there. What does that mean? I've been there.
Like I don't watch K dramas, but I was watching wild stuff. Like so.
K dramas is not wild.
I'm not saying that it is.
Yeah, that's what you just implied. That's what you just implied though. He's like, yeah, I've been there. I've been watching some wild like bullshit ass shows.
I used to watch Vampire
like, bro,
Diaries.
like you'll get over it, bro.
See?
Vampire Diaries is not the same as
religiously.
No, but some people would say that's
I
crazy.
know, I know.
Yeah,
K
exactly.
dramas are pretty cliche, but Vampire Diaries.
What I
nigga,
mean by that is, to his point, like I used to watch Riverdale. Like to his point, people say that's cliche. Like you feel me? Like
that's just bad television. But we're gonna keep.
nah.
Damn.
Vampire Diaries is not bad
No.
television.
Riverdale
I've
is
never
bad
seen it.
television.
Riverdale became
Not
bad
gonna lie,
television.
I tried to
agree.
watch it, bro. It got really bad, really fast.
The first season is dope.
First season had you thinking that this is like a monumental show.
Like,
After
dope.
that, it's garbage.
Let's talk about certain shows that like are usually like I guess supposedly catered more to women. Some of them be fire, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
What's an example?
That's why I like K
Vampire
dramas.
Diaries,
Vampire Diaries is
1000% for women.
You want to?
I've never
It
seen
is.
it, so it might be fire.
You want to know something
is.
though? You want to know something though? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna let you know on a little secret. Part of the reason, not the main reason, not the second reason, maybe the third reason, but part of the reason I like K dramas, even though I just like I like the aesthetics, I like learning about the actors and actresses, but like a lot of K dramas, like Vampire Diaries, are written from the female gaze for women by women. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's usually like the main lead for the most part. There are exceptions. Is a woman, and the love interest is like a man that's like the epitome of what like a woman might want or whatever.
Right.
So for me, it's like I just enjoy seeing that perspective. It can be like done from a different way. It's like it's not always. It doesn't take itself so serious all the time compared to some other shows that I've watched. And also, you get to just know like, what would a woman in your life, you know what I'm saying, want? You know, little aspects of like what a man thinks a woman wants versus what a woman actually wants from a man. I get to see that in shows, you know what I'm saying? And then talk to other women who watch that, and I'm like, I get a little insight. So
For me, Vampire
there's
Diaries.
value, bro.
I
There's
feel
value.
you. I like Vampire Diaries just because it's a great story. Like they have books, and usually when you adapt
I
a
can respect
book,
that.
it happens that way. But like I'm a story person. Like give me a beginning, middle, and end, and I'll rock with it. Even if it is cliche, even if I could see it coming, if you can give me the beginning, middle, and end, and it's solid and it's concise, and you're getting to those points, if you have some really dope dialogue in there, maybe a monologue that's
Bro.
top tier, like
I just need you to watch Bloodhounds, bro. It's
Bloodhounds?
about two guys that are boxers, like professional boxers. Then they have to deal with like a scummy company, like corporation, loan sharks, and they basically have to they turn into bloodhounds, which is like a term where it's like they fight to kind of. So basically, the loan sharks are taking advantage of small businesses in Korea and then giving them loans and telling them like, oh, we're gonna help you out, but in the contracts, there's a bunch of fine print that they don't read.
like
and it's
Squid Game, but businesses.
Basically, yeah. So like
feel
if you don't return money or this percentage of money or something by this point, then we're taking your whole business, and they'll do it by like violent means. They'll come down and like break your windows, do all this crazy stuff. And so the main character, his mom gets taken advantage of. This is all in the first episode, by the way. So I'm just giving you a little synopsis so you can get into it.
Right.
But he gets taken advantage of. Bro comes through. He just finished a boxing match, you know what I'm saying, with another guy that's going to become like his bro. And he has to take on like 10, 15 goons talking about some because his mom's
Did
like
he win? I gotta watch.
tight, nigga.
Okay.
He went crazy.
Aye,
All I'm
aye,
gonna say
aye.
is he went crazy, but like it's not your traditional K drama where it's like lovey-dovey, like not cringy, but like cliche kind
Okay.
of plot. But like that jump was
I'll give it a shot because truthfully,
Bloodhounds, I'm telling you, you'll like it. It's on Netflix. I'm telling you,
I'm not against giving K-dramas a chance.
Based off of what you said, you'll fuck with it.
Yeah, I don't put K-dramas in the same context with like anime. So I'll give K-dramas like more of a.
Nick, let me ask you a question.
Look.
Did you used to watch Teen Wolf?
I was a Teen Wolf guy. I wasn't like huge into it just because I was a
This
little
guy
young.
likes vampires
No,
and
see, I
werewolves.
think I have a
don't you?
good gauge of what kind of shows you.
I was a Teen
Yeah.
Wolf guy. What else did I used to watch?
Yeah, what do you like? I'm trying to bridge the gap.
Okay, like you talking about like anything or like comedy, like serious stuff?
Just
What shows you
like-
used to watch? Because they were talking about MTV.
Yeah, what
right?
hit you for real?
Like, I think if you're cultured, you used to watch Guy Code and shit like that.
Yeah, of course, but like that was like
Geico,
that
like
was
the
kinda-
commercials?
No, Guy Code.
Guy Code.
But that wasn't really like I was into it. I was like New Girl was big for me.
I never watched
Fire.
New Girl. Was that
Fire.
good?
It's amazing.
New Girl was great. Like
I always saw
Sesame
commercials
Street
about it, but I
It's
never
hilarious.
watched it.
It's one of the few sitcoms where every single character is
is elite.
hilarious.
Big Bang Theory was another one that I really liked.
Early Big Bang Theory.
However, Big Bang Theory was an example of like I went back to watch it and it didn't hit as much
Like
as
The
when it
Office?
was on TV.
You like? Actually, wait. You like Community?
Yes, Community. I was big on Community.
Bro,
I've
that
seen
shit had me
some
like
episodes of Community.
crying.
The Office
laughing.
has like really good moments, but I don't think. But again, to the point about like a story, it doesn't have a great like overarching story. Like for me, it has to hit on every level. Same thing with like music. How I talk about like a good bar has to hit on every level. A good show to me, like each episode has a beginning, middle, and end, but also each episode drives the plot of the bigger story that's like across the whole season or across
word.
multiple episodes. You see
Okay,
what I'm
word.
saying? So it's
Yeah.
got to be done well.
I can
i.e.,
respect
like,
that for sure.
Yeah, the originals, which is like Vampire Diaries spinoff, I liked.
Have y'all listened to 21 Savage's new album? Am I the
did.
only one?
I did.
Have you?
I'm not a 21 guy for real.
What?
I listened to it.
He has some good features on
I
it.
think I think I heard
Yeah,
one song
Brent
that
on
was
it.
tight.
Summer Walker's on it.
I think I heard one song that was
Doja's
dope.
on it.
I feel like every time I hear a song with 21 Savage in it, I'm like, I didn't need 21 Savage on that. Truthfully,
I'm telling you, bro.
That's
He has
just my
some.
opinion.
A new album's pretty good.
I'll give it a
It's
listen.
pretty good.
I'll give it a full listen, but I'm not a big 21 guy in general. I miss the old Savage, and I know it's great that he's grown as a person and all that.
Yeah, this is
like,
an
he's
R&B.
going
It's more like an
mainstream.
R&B, like
I love that he grew as a person,
vibe.
and that's amazing. Like in real life, I really do. I like that a lot. But musically, I want to hear, Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Like that's what you feel me? Like
I reviewed the album on my TikTok.
Oh, nice.
Go check that out. _Injustice.
you don't fuck with the Metro Boomin joint. The
See,
album before
that's
this,
my thing, though.
that album was crazy.
he rapping too.
21 Savage is different than 21 Savage with Metro Boomin.
Agreed.
This
can
album,
yeah.
you could hear, the absence of Metro Boomin. That's
Yeah.
why it wasn't as good to me.
Metro
Well, yeah, of course, because
Boomin.
Metro Boomin himself is like a whole entity.
I was gonna say
Also, real
Metro
quick,
Boomin
yeah,
make
yeah.
anybody shit good.
21 Savage, I don't think sounds good with R&B singers. I think
don't think so?
I don't think he sound not
I
at all.
thoroughly agree. That's
Yeah, that I can respect that because what's it called? The song with Young Thug was is my favorite song, and that was a rap. That was a rap song.
To my point of what I said earlier, like when I hear a song the 21 Savage is on, I'm like, I didn't need 21 Savage on that. That's what I mean.
The
Like
Brent song is a perfect example. Brent was going crazy, and then 21 was like, "Yo,
a fucking
move out the way."
the Weeknd
Bro,
joint.
no, I thought
The
21
Weeknd
Savage
joint.
went crazy on that song.
Nah, I didn't think so. Oh, and Summer Walker John too.
What's the Weeknd song?
Summer Walker joint was
Creepin'?
forgettable.
Yeah,
I thought the Weeknd was cooking, and then like creeping, like come on, bro.
Well, I feel like Metro Boomin kind of missed on some of the R&B joints on his album. Like what's it called? Like the cutoffs. Like I'm sorry that Chris Brown shit on the Superhero was ass.
Which one?
Superhero with Future.
Nah, you tweaking.
Chris Brown she came out. I was like, bro, shut up,
Tweaking, bro. That
Bro,
shit's
no,
fire.
because Double O was supposed to be on that song. He was supposed to be the other feature, and then they switched it out with Chris Brown. I don't care about that.
Nah,
He ruined the
bro.
vibe of the song.
I fuck with that song so hard because it's called Superheroes. It's Future's part. It says, turn me into a superhero, and then it transitions to Chris Brown, and it's like
Talking
soon as
about
you-
how people don't love me.
Soon as you up, niggas want to bring you down, which means
No,
you
no.
turn into
Soon
a
as you
villain.
up,
And Chris Brown, whether it's his fault or not, has kind of been villainized his whole career.
I think
Not
it is.
saying it's not his fault.
I think
It is.
I think it is.
It mostly is, but
I
I'm
think
just
it's
saying,
definitely his fault.
I like that song.
But yeah, no, his part was ass to me.
It's really a shame what happened to Chris Brown. Chris Brown's
What?
Chris Brown's fired.
What do you mean a shame what happened to him?
It's
You
a
mean a
shame.
shame what he did to himself?
No, as in like,
What he did to his own image was a shame.
yeah, like it's a shame
The
what
course of
happened, as
action
in-
that he took as a man was a
like,
shame.
But what I mean is like what happened with the situation, like with Chris Brown. With is a better word than to. Like what happened with Chris Brown. It's just
I think what he did was a shame.
no shit. But I'm talking about from the perspective of the culture.
It's a slippery.
Like
it's a slippery slope, bro. Because
what Chris could have been
yeah.
to this generation.
But I don't think it has just to do
I think
with.
I think he still ended up doing it regardless.
But think about that.
His talent is there. It's just
Time
like his
out.
moral compass wasn't there.
But where he's at now, after all the bullshit and all the awful things that he's done, where he's at now, imagine if he
What else has
actually
he
did
done?
shit correctly.
Apart from the, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
He did mad shit.
The shit
What,
with
really?
Bro, he threatened to throw Shorty off out the window.
Exactly.
And
Like,
then he
the
was
shit with Rihanna
stalking
is not the
Karrueche.
only reason.
Yeah,
It's not the only
he
reason.
threatened to throw a reporter out the window.
Yeah,
he's stalking
he got in his
Karrueche.
own. He got in his own way. He got in his own way.
I think he's grown up now. I
Stalking
imagine.
somebody is you're Chris Brown stalking somebody is weird.
He was
fuck.
wilding. But
I
I'm
ain't
just
gonna
saying,
lie, bro. Listen, man.
The talent is there. And
I can't even say get a life because he had a life. What are you doing?
And you can see, but you could see the talent is there.
Bro, obviously,
Which is crazy.
No, bro, that's the only reason that he's been able to still do what he does because his talent is still there. He's still, but like, yeah.
It's just crazy, man. Ain't no
Shit
way.
weird. But I thought the 21 Savage joint was pretty decent. I thought it was good.
I gave it a 6
It's,
out of 10.
it's nothing crazy, but I thought it was pretty good.
I gotta listen, but I really just don't like 21. You know how I feel about Atlanta niggas in general. So it's not gonna help, truthfully.
If you're looking for like Savage Mode 21,
Yeah.
you're not gonna like it
I don't.
because it's not really on there.
All I need is that nigga to say, "Young Savage, why you trapping so hard?"
He was on his like her law shit, and also like he tried to be in like his storytelling bag, and I just didn't like it.
No, he was telling shit. He was talking some shit.
That's what I'm saying. He
Red
was,
Rum was tough.
Yeah, Red Rum was cool.
It's so unfortunate again because like I feel like music is entertainment, right? So it doesn't have to be your life anymore. So like I'm glad that again in real life he's got all this stuff going on, but I wish the music was still ignorant. And that's just how I feel. You feel me? Like I wish he was still shooting niggas and trapping and all that
No, I
shit
know
in the
what he
music.
was-
In the music.
But it'd be
In
fake
real life,
then.
no,
It'd
it
be
wouldn't
fake.
though. But it's entertainment. It's TV shows are fake, movies are fake.
Well, movie.
Why does
Well,
an
he would
artist have
he would
to-
be talking about fake scenarios. Is what I'm saying. You know that, bro.
How?
Nigga, use your brain, bro.
But
You
he's
know
lived
how.
it. He has lived it.
Yeah.
If he's lived it, he can just go back and be like, back what I used to do.
Well, I guess
You
you're
feel me?
right in that case, but like as you said, he's grown in a different way.
Which I
He's
love
trying to
again.
explore different parts of the industry.
I love the
He
growth.
doesn't want to be one dimensional. He wants to be in like higher rooms.
I get, and I respect that again. I think you can do what you do, and it can get you to high places.
I think if you were him, you'd understand. The nigga has a face tattoo. He's got to diversify himself somehow.
You're right.
Multiple
I
face tattoos.
Multiple, yeah, facts.
And I watched
just that,
him
it's
on-
just that one right here that what I'm saying.
I watched him on Club Shay Shay, and he's always been a smart guy to me. Every time I see him in interviews,
He's
he's
a
always
very smart guy.
articulate.
Smarter than some people give him credit for.
Oh, for real. And again, I love to see the growth of him as a person. It's just musically, I think what I appreciated him for was the Savage shit. Not the what he does with the R&B and all that, even if it is good, other artists do it better. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think there's that many artists that do what he did like on Savage Mode better than him. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like it's like if
So you want niggas to stick in their niche. It's like what you good at,
like
stick in that, and do
Chick-fil-A
that
coming
to
out
the
with
best.
burgers. Even
Cool.
if Chick-fil-A came out with burgers, even if the burgers were good, there are probably other places that make better burgers than Chick-fil-A. Whereas like the chicken sandwich, that's what you do. Like you feel me? Like rock out with the chicken sandwich. You don't need to make burgers. You feel me?
I guess.
You see what I'm saying?
No, I definitely understand what you're saying, but I think there's always some, there's always some space for growth.
Of course.
That's like telling me like you're really good at store content. Stick with that store content and talking to people. Just stick with that, bro. Like if you do anything else, bro, there's another nigga. There's a million niggas that do it better. What's the point?
It's a double-edged
Yeah,
sword.
remove the fact that you know me well. We're bros. Like you make store content. Stick with that. I'm
with
saying
that.
I want to make lifestyle content. I want to make like some like get ready with me stuff. It's like Yoki. There's I can name 15 different niggas that's better than you and that's the best at that. So no point doing that. It's like it's kind of like that.
If here's the thing though.
Kind of like that.
Here's the thing though, right? And I hear you. If you could do,
Nigga said, and I hear you.
If
You
could
sound
do-
like a high school guidance counselor. And I hear you.
and I appreciate you. But think about it like this. A,
Nigga said your voice is heard.
Your voice is heard, but listen.
you
shut up.
gotta validate the words first, because I don't want to seem like I'm kind of disagreeing with you, because I am agreeing. But think about it like this: if you were to do stoic content, if you were to go to lifestyle content, you would probably still also do stuff with content. Just mix it in with the lifestyle.
It's just like how 21 Savage is still doing that Slaughter Gang shit, but just on an R&B tip. Yeah. In my opinion, he's still 21 Savage. He's just doing it on a smoother beat with some R&B niggas on his track.
You think, Jay, what you think? You think he's still doing the...
Nigga, if you listen to words and just think and listen, I don't know, bro. Bro, niggas don't want to listen no more. Just listen to the damn music.
Is he?
Nick, just listen to the music,
but the music that I've listened to, I haven't heard any...
Well, you haven't listened to the new album, have you?
No.
Exactly.
He still talks about the same things, and
he's still reminiscing on this shit, bro.
It goes back to what I said.
He's still reminiscing on this shit.
21 on a Metro beat is different than 21 on a different beat.
That's because Metro Boomin is a prolific producer.
Genius.
Metro's a goat. You saw that
producer.
shit with the orchestra?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. Some niggas are Scottie Pippen, some niggas are Michael Jordan. He's not Michael Jordan. He's Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
He needs a Jordan.
You said 21 Savage and Scottie Pippen?
21 without Metro is Scottie Pippen on the Rockets. You know what I mean? So without Jordan, it's not going to be the same. It's not
is Metro Boomin Jordan?
Metro Boomin is 1,000%
For producers,
Jordan.
yeah. For producers, yeah.
Is he Jordan?
He's Jordan.
Metro's
I guess because he's newer, I guess he's Braun. Because like
who's Jordan then?
maybe like Dr. Dre
Just
or
Blaze?
Kanye or something, or Jay Dilla. I don't
Just
know.
Blaze.
Just
Nah,
Blaze
Jay
has had a
Dilla-
run.
Jay Dilla-
Just Blaze has the best rap beat in history. So
Jay
I don't
Dilla's,
care.
yeah.
That Pump
What
It
beat is
Up.
that?
Pump It Up's the best rap beat of all time to me.
What's that beat?
Wow, that's the best
that
rap
shit is
beat
hard. I
ever.
don't know about the best rap
To
beat
me.
ever.
Better than Shook Ones.
I think so. Shook Ones makes like
He's some old ass.
what I'll say. No, Shook Ones as like
What's the best rap beat to you?
Pushing P.
What's the best rap beat to you?
Alright,
The
you're
fuck?
disrespectful. You're disrespectful. Niggas that push
Baby
your feet.
shark do
Baby.
That's the type of timing you want.
Nah, but Shook Ones makes niggas sound the best. Like on the beat, like niggas that rap on Shook Ones are all gonna sound dope. However, when I hear Pump It Up, it's like you just want to start hitting a little like
You sound like a
little
50-year-old
crumb.
black man.
You want to hit a little crumb. Niggas that are 50 listen to Pump It Up.
I went to the
Yeah.
store and I hit
Nah, see you wildin'. Nah, that's not the same.
I got another one for you. What about Still Tipping?
What about what?
Still Tipping?
Them Houston niggas out of here, bro. We don't hear none of that bullshit.
Such an East Coast
We don't hear none of that bullshit. Where that
Nah,
boom
East
bap at?
I'm not gonna lie, you is too much of an
Where
East
that
Coast
boom
nigga
bap
to
at? I
have
made the
musical
change from a
conversations
common
with him.
thief to up close. Come on.
I can't have musical conversations with this nigga, bro.
Why?
He's too close-minded.
I'm not close-minded.
You are.
Time out.
You only listen to East Coast ass niggas and
whoa,
R&B.
whoa, whoa.
Other than the East Coast niggas, you just listen to
Nick-
Georgia Smith and that's it.
Nick, one of them niggas,
And
to be
Jasmine
like,
Sullivan.
Sue Surface is better than Tupac.
Time out.
That's
Sue
the
Surf
thing.
is that nigga. Free Surf, by the way. Sue Surf is
better
that
than
dude.
Tupac.
I personally like Surf better than Tupac. I'm not saying time out.
Yo, kick him out, bro. Kick him out.
See what I'm saying?
Obviously,
Yeah,
but
I see what
obviously,
you're saying.
obviously, I understand the culture and I understand Tupac's impact and that he has done way more than Surf. Me personally,
Nigga
I would
is
rather listen to Surf
chatting,
than
bro.
Tupac.
King Yapper,
I can't rather listen to Surf than
You're
Tupac.
King Yapper, bro.
I can't
No,
rather
you
listen-
just
you
said
ain't even
he's
heard
better.
Surf like that.
You just say he's
I said,
better.
personally, I like Surf better than Tupac. I understand what Tupac did to culture though and whatnot. You can't deny that. But for me, give me
Get
Surf,
this nigga
yo.
outta
What?
here, bro.
And also, my playlist is very like I got everybody on there. I got country on there. I got reggae on there. I got the blues on there. Like I got everything on there. What I like though is very specific. But I'll listen to anything.
Okay. So,
Yeah, chew that.
True,
I
that's
was about to say
crazy.
something I did. All right. Yeah, facts. Fatum, Ingenium.
Est.
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 The topic of the day.
Fatum, Ingenium, Est.
What does that mean to you, Nick? You brought that to me with a lot of gusto, a lot of passion in you. I want to know
I did.
why did it stick out to you? You know what I'm saying?
So I
'Cause
was-
it's
I
something
was-
new to me, for sure.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
dope.
bro. I'm always learning as a Stoic practitioner.
Type
So to
B.
have you bring it to me, I'm very interested in what you think about it.
Me as well. Well, look, I'm trying to.
Also, it means character is fate.
Yeah, character is fate. And I was doing a lot of research as I try to build up my knowledge on kind of Stoic principles and philosophies, to do this so that, like, obviously I'm going to take heed to you on a lot of things and kind of learn from you, but I also don't want the conversation to be kind of dull, so I want to make sure I'm doing my research. So, yeah, so I found this on a Ryan Holiday video, shout out Daily Stoic, and, yeah, character is fate, which the way he summed it up was kind of like, when someone shows you who they are, believe them, and kind of noticing and being able to not necessarily predict actions, but like, okay, I know who this type of person is.
So
And so in these situations, I know kind of what they're gonna
Yeah,
what they're
almost
gonna be
almost like don't be surprised
Exactly,
when
when
they prove
people-
you right or they prove their own
Right.
character right, you
And
know,
that
from
works.
past experiences.
Right. And so that works on the outer level to other people. But then I think inwardly, it's like you need to have a certain character in order to reach certain heights and do certain things. You know what I mean? So like, you know, if you're like, okay, I want to work in a church, or like I want to be a guidance counselor, I want to be a teacher, I want to, you know, be able to be a mentor to somebody. You need to have a certain character to be able to do those things. So understanding what that character is, understanding what that takes, and kind of, I guess, focusing on that first before necessarily the actual targeted goal or things like that is important, because again, because character is fate. So what your character is going to determine where you're going to go.
I have a quote from Marcus Aurelius from his probably his biggest book, Meditations.
Yeah.
Which I read, listened to the audiobook. Very interesting. But I think it goes hand in hand with the fact that you will meet a lot of people that will prove their character to you. It is begin each day by telling yourself, today I shall meet with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. All of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil. But my part, I have long perceived the nature of good and its nobility, the nature of evil and its meanness, and also the nature of the culprit himself, who is my brother, not in the physical sense, but as a fellow creature similarly endowed with reason and a share of the divinity or the divine. So basically saying like you're gonna come into contact with a bunch of people who are going through their own stuff, who show you their character, and it might not be the most positive, it might not be the most fulfilling or the most respectful people in the world, but you must understand that at the end of the day, that's still your brother in arms in terms of, you know, humanity. It's still a human being, still somebody that for one reason or another got to that point because of certain steps that they've taken in their life. And you can't hold that against them. You just must understand how to go about it, because there's no point in trying to assume that they're going to act in a certain way.
That's
you know,
such a
their
fact.
character is their fate. Their character is going to show you where they landed and where they've been. You see what I'm saying?
And you know what I realized? And I had to, most of the things that I end up realizing is trial and error. 9 times out of 10, I'm not like as wise as I'd like to be. You know, they say like smart people learn from their own mistakes, wise people learn from the mistakes of others. Like sometimes I kind of got to live it a little bit. And so I realized that there's a difference between like making a mistake and this is who you are. And it took a while to realize that, because it'd be like, oh,
Very true.
like, you know, you did something I didn't like. Okay, like I know you as a person, I know you made a mistake, but like it's cool, we'll move forward, whatever. But like you did something, and this to me shows your character. Like this is who you are as a person. This isn't, okay, I messed up. This is, you put me in this position 10 times, 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna do the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm gonna do the thing that, you know, is gonna, you know, put me in a position or do something that maybe I don't like. Which to me, and I get this a good amount, where it's like, oh, like, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not that deep. The situation isn't that serious. And I'm like such a, but it's the principle type of guy, where it's like, you don't even realize why I'm kind of feeling the way I'm feeling about this, because it's not about the situation. It's about the fact that this just showed me what you'll do when it actually does matter, when it actually is that important. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna put myself in that position.
Habits build, bro. You know, you build on your habits. Atomic habits is how you acting now. You continue to act like that. You can't just switch it up when it matters the most. You can't just trust that you're gonna change your character fully, because it's not in you to do that. You know, not because you're a bad person per se, or you're, you know what I'm saying, a terrible person, but it's just because that's what you build on. Building blocks of your character is based on maybe, I don't know, ignorance or deceit or
That's a fact.
whatever it is. So it's good to know a person's past and where they're going. See, you know, you can see how they might act in certain situations.
Yeah.
And then you can know not to react with not to react to them with ill will or be excessively angry at them, but just to be at peace with the fact that, you know, that's who they are.
Right.
I can either keep them in my life, take them out of my life, or, you know what I'm saying, we could deal with it if that's my bro, if that's my friend, you know, a person that I know, that I'm close with.
And
Man,
you go.
real quick. Nothing irks me more than when someone crosses a boundary and then gets mad at you for how you react for you overstepping.
It's a very like it's like a
so
like a
frustrating.
mind fuck. You know what I'm saying? It's like
It's
I'm
like,
like,
wait, why you
I'm
overreacting?
like, wait, why are you getting mad at? You the one who did the gaslight 101,
Facts.
basically.
Bro,
Basically.
that's such a
I
fact.
think we've all had experiences like that, bro.
Oh, bro, because then it's like people love to try to fix it on the back end where it's like, oh, well, like, what can I do differently with actions and whatnot? And there's a time where it's like, okay, good communication is, you know, okay, this upsets you. What can I do to fix it? Those kinds of things. But there's also a time where it's like, you don't even really grasp how you upset me. So whatever actions you may take to fix it don't really matter because you need to understand what you did in the first place. You know what I mean? Because like certain things, like for example, something like being considerate, right? There could be 1,000, 1,000,000 different situations where you being inconsiderate will show. So you can't say, oh, what action can I take to do better? Because it's the problem is the actual tangible principle that you're not doing. You see what I'm saying? So if I say, okay, well, you know, make sure to hold the door open for me, that's cool. But then like, you know, when we go out to a restaurant, you expect me to just pay the whole bill. Like, not like in a relationship sense. I'm talking about like just a bro or whatever. Like those little things are gonna still upset me because it's like, okay, now you hold the door, but then it's like, and the other things you still messing up because you don't get the actual principle of the issue in the first place.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
You think one action is gonna overturn or overwrite every other action that you've taken
No,
in the
exactly.
day, in the week, in the month. Yeah, no, I can fully understand that, you know.
No,
That's
no.
not being consistent in your character. I know that I've had problems with that. I've suffered from not being consistent in my character.
Oh, same.
You know what I'm saying? I remember when my TikTok was starting to pop off, my mom would have conversations with me. When she would see her, I would tell her about it, and she'd be like, you know, this is not, although I do.
You see those TikTok views? I ain't clean that fucking room. You clean it.
You clean it, mom.
That's how you die.
Yeah.
In an African immigrant household, that's how you die.
How to die 101.
Oh, yeah,
you
for
just hear
sure.
the Undertaker music? Dum.
Yeah, no, dead ass, nigga. Yeah, basically, my mom was like, you know, you're not standing on business. Basically, you're not doing everything that you're telling these viewers. And while I am happy that you're putting out a good message, you know what I'm saying? You could stand to like live by these words that you're speaking. You don't live by them every day, and I know because I live with you every day. This is like back in like early summer 2023, like May, June, and I really had to sit there because I was angry at first because I was like, but then I thought about it. I had no response, bro, because I was like, there was a lot of scenarios where I really wasn't living the things that I was saying, even though it came from a place of like love that I wanted to put out good content and help people because I know how I'd suffered and how I was going through some messed up stuff that I had induced myself. But like to go through the messed up stuff and not be able to actively be trying to fix it, it's almost like lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's a fact, man. And I
But
think
yeah, no, I had to learn that the hard way. And fix myself.
I was gonna say, I think that's like, I don't want to say institutionalized is not the right word, but like generational kind of ideologies that, because you always hear, at least I always heard from like my parents growing up, like do as I say, not as I do, because it's like, oh, I'm older, so like I can do certain things. Like you're younger, you can't do these things. You know what I mean? Like, which from that sense is like it's coming from a good place, but then in your head when you like give out messages and when you're doing content, it's like, oh, like I want you to do things this way, but then I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I feel like doing and not gonna stand on the things that I'm telling you to do, which don't work. It doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? Like you got to be able to live out the principles so that, because some people don't even learn that way. Some people don't learn from telling you. Some people, no matter what you say, it's gonna go in one ear and out the other. But then when they see you living a certain way, when they see you doing certain things, and then when they see what that does to your life, then that's when you see kind of those people that you're maybe not able to reach from just talking, that you're able to reach them in that way. You know what I mean? So
No baps, man.
no bad.
No bad.
Hey yo, Jay, what you think?
Don't do that. Don't do that because you know I'm answering the text right now. Don't do that. don't you do that. Don't you do that, Nicholas. You know what you're doing, bro.
Nicholas put our producer in a very tight situation.
Hey yo, what you mean? I just wanted to hear our producer's perspective.
I agree.
You don't have any.
He concurs.
I concur.
Can you reread that? Can you read the next paragraph?
Nick, shut up.
You know when they hit you with the can you read the next paragraph?
Could you move on to section 5, part 3?
Nah, they do.
No, I cannot.
16.
Now you know what they'll do? They'll be like, yeah, read the next sentence. And I'm like, okay, where are we again? Like, why don't you know where we are? You should have been reading along.
Like, you knew I didn't know where we was, man. I was peeking at my phone this whole time.
Nice.
That's basically what you just did, Nick.
Okay, but let me rephrase. Let me ask, because I want to ask both of you this question. Because again, this is kind of also why I brought this topic up, because I recently had a situation where I had to exit somebody from my life, and it was about the principal. So my question is, what is the not the lightest, but what is something that or a time where you've had to remove yourself from somebody's life or vice versa, based off something that they may have deemed as small, but in reality to you it meant more?
Well, I'd say a scenario where I wasn't doing the best, and a person that I thought was my friend made a comment about where I was financially, and it was a pretty shitty comment in front of a bunch of people, and I didn't really like it at all. It was very disrespectful to me, and it showed me how much they respected me in the moment. And after that, I wanted to have a conversation, and it kind of batted it off like it wasn't that big of a deal. And they'd be like, oh yeah, no, we'll talk. I'm busy today. We can talk whenever. And for me, it's if you don't see what you did that night the next day, and you're not yo, what I said yesterday, crazy, I'm sorry about that. That was weird. If you can't see that and register that and then come talk to me, then that's already strike 1. Strike 2 is if I bring it up to you and you don't want to talk about it, or you're seeing it as not that big of a deal, that's strike 2. Strike 3 is if I'm consistently trying to have a conversation and rectify the situation, or at least come to terms and see where were you? Maybe you were dealing with something that night and you lashed out or whatever. Maybe we can salvage something. That's strike 3.
Yeah.
You're out.
Nigga, you're out. You know what I'm saying? So
I got a lot of...
I had to...
Wait, do it again. Do it again. I like that.
I said, nigga, you're out. Yeah, strike you. Nigga,
Nigga, you're out. I like that.
I had to let that person fly. Let them out of my life, you know what I'm saying?
I want to
follow them and just disconnect from them.
I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of situations like that. I don't know. I think I've said this on the pod, but I don't tolerate certain shit. I'm real good with my boundaries with people that's new in my
I've been building that as well lately.
Yeah. It's important. Mm-hmm. But I'll give you one example of somebody that a friend of mine, right? This nigga.
Hold on, we'll get to that.
That's right.
We'll do the fit checks later.
Wait, we're not fit checking me.
He hasn't seen the
You're
back
not
of
prepared today?
No.
See, this nigga coming up full blazer next pod. You ain't gonna get me this time.
Oh, dude.
Nah, but all right. So I'm gonna give you this example, right? So there's this friend of mine, right? I'm not gonna say his name, but he was a white gentleman.
Okay.
Right. And throughout all of high school, we were cool, we were tight. Yeah. That was my dog, right?
Uh-huh.
After graduation, it was the election.
Okay.
Right. And
you graduated in 2018?
No, I graduated in 2017.
Okay.
Oh, the next one.
Right.
The next
2020.
We were cool. I didn't really see him after high school, but we here and there type shit.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when Biden won. I'm not going to get too political.
Right,
it's
right.
not
It's
the bag
cool.
I want to get in.
It's cool.
But so Biden won, and he was upset
that
Biden won, and he posted this thing on his story about Kamala, and it was it had some racial undertones, and I didn't like that shit. Okay. So I blocked him.
Oh.
And he hit my friends. He was like, "Oh, why did Justis block me?" And in the group chat, people were saying that I was overreacting. Mm-hmm. It's "Oh, he's not racist. We know him." And I'm like, "Y'all do what you want. I don't like that shit. I don't tolerate that shit. Right. And you may think I'm overreacting because we've been tight all these years, but apparently we haven't been tight enough. Because if you think that's funny,
exactly,
then I don't know
you don't
like
respect.
That.
You don't respect what I stand for. My principles.
We don't need to talk.
Right. Exactly.
And I don't think I talked to him since. But
now, did you ever think that did you ever try to have that conversation with him, or were you like, it's not even worth it?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't think it was worth it, to be honest, because I don't think that's a silly mistake. Okay, I think that's a very deliberate joke you made.
Right. Yeah, he understood what he was doing. It was conscious.
You know what you were doing.
Right,
so there's no conversation that needs to be had. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. And if it is what it is, then,
I see.
You know what I mean?
That makes sense. I think that goes back to, again, kind of there's a mistake and there's who you are as a person. Because, and as black men, we can all kind of agree that there's been situations where you might have felt a little uncomfortable about something somebody said, but you could tell they didn't mean to, they just don't know what that means. You know what I'm saying? Versus okay, you're trying to incite some type of reaction, or you know what I mean, and so those are the differences, and that's where it gets really fishy too, because that's such a it's such a cultural thing to where it's difficult because you don't even like the burden of education should not be on us, right? Like I shouldn't have to educate you about every single thing about Black culture so that you don't offend me. You know what I mean?
It's important to not tolerate shit like that, bro, because like we hear all the time, you know, people say some crazy shit, like, yo, chill, I got Black friends. I will not be that Black friend. I will not be the Black friend.
Me under the bus, bro.
It's not gonna happen.
I got Black friends.
Bro, my friend Justis would be cool with that, dude.
No, I would not. And I'm setting it down now. I'm not one of those Black. Another situation happened recently. This wasn't that crazy, but it was a group chat, and this dude sent a meme. It's a white dude, and he sent a meme with somebody saying "nigga."
Okay.
And I was like, "Don't do that shit." Like it's not, like we were cool afterwards, but I was like, "Yo, that's not."
He sent that. Yeah,
don't send
and
that.
he was cool. He was like, "All right, you know what? That's fine. I'll take a lap." And I was like, "All right, cool." And we were cool after, but he's gotta let niggas know.
Because he sent the meme of somebody else saying it.
Yes.
But you still wasn't jacking it.
Nah, because he's.
Right, it's too
I don't
close.
want to say he's too white, but he's too white.
It's
you know
too you towing the line.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I don't even think he's racist either. It's
Right.
just
Let me ask you this:
overstepped.
Yeah.
in conversations of like gaming culture, you know, like COD and all that other stuff, whatever. How do you feel about those kinds of things?
See, that's weird because it's not like a group chat or something else.
Because you know it gets crazy in those lobbies.
Yeah, it's weird because in that sort of like setting, you kind of gotta like keep it pushing,
right?
Or like say something back because like what are your options here?
Yeah,
because they're at home, they can say whatever they want, and if you overreact, you're gonna look like
crazy.
So either you rage quit if you really feel some type of way, or you clap back.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, if one of your friends though said something crazy in a lobby like that, though, you wouldn't be.
Yeah, I wouldn't be jacking that.
Right. Even in that setting.
I'd be like, yo, what are you talking about, bro?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not even you. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand. Because that's where a lot of people be like, oh, well, like in the party chat and those kinds of things. I've heard that, like, especially like back in the day. I don't know if they still do that, but that was like a very major thing where it's like, okay, in certain settings it's okay, but it's like it's never really okay. You know what I mean? And I think not to get too like into the weeds with this, but I don't know why that particularly made me think of something, because I had somebody talk about the podcast to me like, oh, it's really dope, like I really enjoy it, but like you guys say the N-word a lot. And I was like, yeah, because we're Black and that's what we do. This is how we speak colloquially. This is a part of our culture. This is a part of, the everyday phrases and things that we use. And, if you're not nuanced enough to either A, understand the point that we're trying to make or what we're talking about, or B, you feel like because we say it, you could say it and you're not comfortable, or you're not comfortable with us being able to say it and you're not being able to say it and those kinds of things, then maybe this just isn't for you, and that's okay. You know what I mean? But this show is to talk about important things as far as mental health and stoic ideals, but also to be authentically ourselves. We are Black men in America. We say nigga. Yeah. That's just, you know what I'm saying?
I assume the person that said that to you wasn't Black.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
So,
not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
So I wonder why it bothers them.
Probably just not comfortable hearing the words.
I think it's that.
That's interesting to me.
Because
I've always wanted to know that point of view, why people were so uncomfortable just hearing it from Black people.
The only people that I give a pass to, not necessarily like I'm the fucking nigga pass person, but like the only people that I can understand being upset is like the certain like the old guard of like Black people who like heard that term in an offensive
old
way
heads, for
so long.
Older people in general.
I feel like
I'm gonna say
Black
Black
people.
people. I'm gonna say older Black people.
Older Black
because
people
you heard
have,
that being used in a derogatory term for so long that now to hear your younger grandkids and stuff saying it, it's gonna feel a little bit of a way. I understand that. Yeah. Other older people, respectfully, like not your business. Respectfully,
true.
In the most respectful way.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with you with respect.
Right, but I just wanted to kind of make that point known because I just want to again express that this show is for everybody. Everybody who's willing to listen, anybody can get something out of this. But again, it's going to be authentic. We are going to be authentically ourselves, and I think
shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I can't just like not use my lingo, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like
right, and it's not. And again, I think we're also well, we're all well educated, and also we use our words wisely in general. I don't think there's ever been a time where it's been said in a way that's
It's like, oh, don't say it
like you know what I mean.
I feel like anybody
Yeah.
here would check the other person and be like, bro,
Exactly.
don't say the word like that, or don't use that specific word like that.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Right.
We always trying to be respectful, trying to be conscious, but at the same
100%.
time, hold, you know, like Nick said, arrow of just, what is it? Genuine.
Genuineness.
Is it genuineness or is
I
it
don't
like I know this is another
Authenticity?
word. Authenticity. We'll just use that because I can't think of another word that uses genuine or another version of the word. But yeah, we're trying to be as authentic as possible while trying to be respectful
Right.
and trying to spread a good message that can be taken in. And for me, I have a lot of people on my TikTok and viewers, supporters.
Shout out to all the Yoki followers.
Exactly, bro.
I thought you were gonna say the Yokis. I thought that's what we were
the
gonna go
Yokis
with
is
for
funny.
your.
The Yoki.
for your
What,
name.
what do you call your fan base?
I mean, I just call them, you know,
The fucking cutie patooties? That's what
type
you call
shit.
them?
I be calling them cute because they be calling me that, bro. I
Man.
post content, they call me that, or I call
Shout out
them,
to y'all, man.
They be calling me Stoic Pookie sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I be
Stoic
calling
Pookie?
the Stoics. I be calling, you know, the
I'm gonna get that
the
tatted
Stoics,
on me.
or my Discord is like Vikings. So like we call it
Oh,
because Villain
Villain
Saga.
Saga.
Yeah,
That's
Vikings.
dope.
I
But like,
fucks with that. I fucks
yeah,
with
You
it
got
just
a
be like,
Discord?
yeah.
Oh, that's tight.
I really am not as active as I need to be.
We're gonna
Anybody who's
chop it up.
watching this,
Yeah.
who's on the Discord, I'm sorry.
I've
I
actually been thinking
promise
about setting one up.
I'm gonna get more active because they be on here just chatting. So I
Yeah.
want to get more active and use it like for real reasons. But like a lot of those people who may be African American, maybe not. A lot of them aren't. A lot of them are foreign. Say that they love the content and they never bat an eye at the way that I use the N-word or the way y'all might use it. They see the content and they see the value, and that's what they're taking away from it. So I feel like as much as it might be they're not comfortable or they're not familiar with the culture, it's how comfortable or it's how your perspective. It's your perspective
Yeah.
on the content. What you want to take away from it is going to be what you do take away from it.
And I wanna
know?
also piggyback off that and kind of tie it into the topic we're talking about today. I don't have character is fate because people are so caught up in actions and this and that because what they're really trying to do, and I'm gonna get real deep real quick, but what they're really trying to do is put a mask on to the world as to the type of person that they are. So when they're like, oh, you're saying the N-word or you're doing this, that's wrong. And that's wrong because that's what, whatever society says it is. And I'm doing this action so that it looks like I'm a good person. When in reality, I don't even know what the character looks like to be this type of person.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it comes down to. Because as I said, with us, if we know our character, if you know your character, then at the end of the day, moving in certain lights and doing what you do,
real for that.
Got you, bro.
of course, your character is going to shine out regardless. So regardless of what terms and verbiage that I'm using, my character is going to show. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if I say the N-word, but we're talking about, I don't know, we're talking about
Amor Fati.
Amor Fati,
example.
right? And I drop the N-word in it, but I'm giving a great message, and that message is being received. I know my character. So if that might not have hit to that person, then that's okay. But I know my character, and I'm not gonna question it based off of the use of a term that is, at the end of the day, subject to the people that it was used against to use. You know what I mean?
Tight.
So that's kind of, I just wanted to definitely address that 1,000%. I don't know why I thought of it. It was when you
Very interesting though. It's
said
good to
your-
know about that type of stuff.
yeah, because people, you know what I'm saying? People, it's interesting to hear about people's perspectives, and I respect it because the person that said that to me didn't come crazy, too. I want to be clear about that. It was very much just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is kind of how I feel, and I understood, and we had a great conversation about it. And I'm pretty sure that hopefully there's still a listener. So,
Dialogue is important.
1,000%.
Healthy dialogue.
Communication doesn't happen as much in this social media age. It should happen more. If you have a problem with somebody, the first step you should take is communicate with them, unless they're trying to commit bodily harm on you. But
Facts.
communicate with the people around you, then you can get to know whether or not you should continue to communicate or whether you should X that person out of your life with respect. It's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
I always like to keep it simple. My mom taught me that. Just keep it simple, communicate with people, stand on business, stand on 10 toes.
Even me, bro. Y'all know I'm really negative sometimes with my content, right? And a lot of people may disagree with me. And if you disagree with me, that's completely fine. I'm rarely wrong.
Exactly,
But
yeah.
if the rare occasion I am, I'd be fine with, having a convo.
Yeah.
Say why you disagree.
Mhm.
But if you're just like, this hating ass nigga, you a low vibrational nigga, then like, what's the point of
Low vibration.
What- I get called low vibrational all the time, bro.
That's crazy. I'm not gonna lie, a nigga call me low vibration, I'll be like, what? What do you mean by that? You know what I'm
You
saying?
call me whatever you want, but can you call me
say?
wrong? You know what I mean?
What are you trying to say?
Nah, that's facts, bro. That's facts. People,
You
man.
be calling me Pookie and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Hey, yo, bro, you got questions from your lovely from the Vikings? Yo, did the Vikings ask you anything, bro?
Smooth Pookie?
Bro, did the Vikings ask you anything, bro?
stoic Pookie.
Bro, did the Vikings ask you anything? Can you look to see if the Vikings asked you anything, bro?
Hey, man, shut up, bro.
Yo, bro.
I'll check right now, man.
Imagine every question like, what's up, Pookie?
Yeah, what's up, Pookie?
I don't hate that at all, but we're gonna have a conversation about sassy men at
Nah,
some
literally
point.
the last thing I said, give me card because I'm big Pookie. Stop playing.
That was kind of crazy.
Look, we'll talk about it on a future episode about sassy
Nah,
men.
bro, I be chatting, bro. I swear to God, I be chatting, bro. That's just who I am, though.
I think we need a female perspective on that.
Oh, we'll have one. You know
that
what?
would be great,
The
bro.
next episode that we have too. Can we talk? Should I say it or no?
Nah, don't say it. Bro.
All right, but yeah, we're gonna
We'll talk
have-
about that. We'll talk about that.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
talk
gonna. It's actually gonna be perfect
Yeah,
too,
sure.
because she's all on it.
The last thing somebody asked me was, what do I do when I lack motivation? But like when I just feel like I can't get myself started.
Right.
And because I was talking in my live yesterday, and I was asking people to just ask me for advice or ask me for information and any tips. And one of the biggest things is like, bro, apart from the relationship stuff, because there's always gonna be relationship questions. Because bro, I don't know what it is, bro. When I was in high school, I was not in relationships like that until my senior year.
For real?
Like, majority of high school, I was not doing nothing. I was
Yeah.
just playing basketball, watching anime, doing my schoolwork, and chilling.
Mm-hmm.
I swear. But I'd say my biggest thing to get me out of a slump, because I feel like slumps are inevitable and they can happen a lot more than people think they're gonna happen. It's like take a step back, sleep well first of all, and night times plan what you're gonna do the next day. Mornings, set your day up. It's like it's a simple quote. You've probably heard it before, but if you win the morning, you probably gonna win the day. You know what I'm saying? I try my best, even when I wake up late and I haven't had like the most productive morning, I try at least the first hour not to be on my phone,
Okay.
to look at social media, to look at a lot of things, because there's a lot of stimulus that can, make you scroll for a while without realizing it, or make you upset or demotivated or annoyed, or you're getting angry at a random creator that made some content or comment, so it's important.
Probably me.
It might be Injustice. It might be
Injustice.
supervillain himself. But it's important to put yourself in the right space, whether that's meditation, whether that's, for me, writing down my gratitude. So I'll say, what am I appreciative this morning? Getting outside is a big thing, because like it's been really good weather
Facts.
lately. So like when it's not freezing,
People don't take that into account, bro.
dead ass, bro.
You got to touch
One
grass,
thing
literally.
that I always have been
Literally
doing since
touch
middle
grass.
school, that's always been putting me in the right state of mind, is I wake up, especially in the summer when it's really good, or
Facts.
spring. As soon as I wake up, I get a glass of water, warm water, squeeze lemon juice into it, mix it together. Because I heard lemon water is good to like get your gut health good.
Oh, yeah,
and it
it
also
is, it
helps
is.
get your metabolism going for the day. But I take water, tea, whatever you like, coffee if you like, and go outside, drink it, and just chill outside for a second. Maybe take a walk, maybe go into your backyard. Literally just figuratively, physically touch some grass, bro. Just chill outside for a
Literally.
second.
Touch
And then go about your day. Have some breakfast, eat something good in the morning, get some energy, whatever it is. But start your days off well. And literally, if you having a hard time getting to the bag, getting to the money, you know what I'm saying, getting to the work, write down a list, 5 things. What am I gonna do today? To-dos. Take the dog on a walk, take the trash out, do my calculus homework, hang out with my mom for an hour, read a book,
Do those things.
work out for an hour, like literally some
That's a
simple
boring
stuff.
ass list. That nigga definitely.
Nah, it's boring
But
as hell.
yeah.
Nah, I definitely, those are half of those things are on my to-do list daily, so hop off.
Those are normal.
I will say though,
I don't have a dog, but it's
though I will say though, I think that it's important to kind of those concepts for sure. For me, when I lack motivation, I do 2 things. Well, I do 3 things. One, I gotta get into prayer. Like I gotta get into prayer.
praying is important.
for
if
me,
you're
it's
religious
like
that.
yeah. For
So,
me, it's like yo, Jesus, you got me. Like if you gotta let me know, because maybe this is just what I gotta do for now. But you gotta let me know that's what's going on for me.
real, bro.
So
Give
is
me a
that
sign.
is that? It's also I like to take what I call these spiritual journeys, which aren't really as spiritual, but it's really just a journey. I try to hit up, like, say there's like an old friend I haven't talked to in a long time. I'll hit them up, or like I'll go down to like Rutgers where I don't really go anymore, like just to see certain people who do certain things. And it's like, it reminds me of A, where I used to be, B, where I'm going, and C, it gives you like a kind of new like
Shows
thought.
you how far you've come too.
Yeah, so it's like, damn, like I'll be in certain situations, I'm like, wow, like I remember when this used to be like, you know what I mean, the everyday. And then it's like, okay, like I can grasp inspiration and find inspiration from those things. And then the third thing is write. Always get that pen work in, because if I could just sit there and like do not like sit there, you know, four walls and a pen and paper, usually I can write my way out of a slump in any part of life. So those
I be just hooping, bro. I'm not gonna lie, my version of writing is just hooping.
Just get
That's
out there.
therapeutic, bro.
Oh, for real.
Going
That's
to hoop,
therapeutic,
bro. Just
real.
like hoop with some people, even
Even
if
by
you're not doing
yourself.
it competitive. I just go
real.
shoot around, put some music in.
Especially when you're frying, like,
Yeah, facts.
I'm not gonna lie, find some random people that just got off work.
All that freaking like pent up like
Get the
aggression.
angst out, aggression,
Like,
you know, like whatever.
giving you
it
40,
is,
like,
bro.
I-
OD.
yeah.
And I'm a
giving
little
you
bigger,
40 and
bro.
24-hour fitness at 9 p.m.
I'm going to the rim. I'm bullying. I'm hitting a little elbow. You might have a little bruise when
I
you
might
leave
do
my
a little,
fault.
bro. Some little.
Yeah.
Type shit. I might just.
Exactly. So you know,
but whatever works for you, bro. Like,
type B. What you be doing
works.
in Justice?
Oh, to like get my mind out shit.
Yeah.
Sometimes when it's warm out, I do like shoot arounds a lot.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When it comes to like creative people, I think what people don't realize is, you know, slumps are gonna happen a lot, often,
All the time.
And I think creative people, like sometimes getting in slumps, it really like gets you down.
Yeah.
So it's important to when you're up, make sure you lock in,
Yeah.
get to work. But when you're in a slump, it's cool to rest. You don't be so hard on yourself. You know what I
That's a
mean?
fact.
Your brain, you know, you can't go 24/7. You need to recharge sometimes. And also, I think what you said about going outside, whether it's writing or whether it's doing any type of creative shit, do it outside.
dead ass.
Because
If you can, bro, do
being
it.
outside, you don't understand how much inspiration you can get.
Yeah,
from
bro.
No, for real. I'm telling you, it be like, to your point about the stopping and slowing down and resting. It's such a struggle for me. I'm like J.R. Smith of writing for me. It's like I'm gonna shoot my way out of it. Like I'm gonna write my way out of the slump.
Yeah.
I'll write 5 pages of garbage to get to that 6th page of like fire. You know what I mean? Which works sometimes. It's like, all right, but then sometimes it's like, yo, maybe if I just rested for a second, I didn't have to waste those 5 pages and I could have just
See me,
got to it.
I'll go on a slump, and then when I get started, I just don't stop, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like if I'm working on a script, the script will take me 2 months, but it's really 2 weeks.
Yeah, you really
know what I
only
mean?
wrote
It's just,
for
it's just been a month and a half procrastinating,
exactly.
and then you know once I get going, it's just you know what I mean.
But I hope that was.
I be the type of nigga to hoop until I get so mad at myself I start crying. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If I'm just having a slump like that, especially if it's a hooping slump, I hoop until I just get mad at myself, get it out of me, and
See,
then the
that's
next
different.
day,
See,
the next
seeing
day I
brick
feel
after
good.
brick after brick
Yeah,
after
brick after
brick.
brick, I just get tight. But
That
the
just
next day
ruins
I
your
feel
mood.
good. Like it feels like I released some tension.
That's good though. That's
you know?
good.
I feel good.
And I'm glad you have the outlet too though.
I have to
be able to
bro.
do
I have
that.
to.
For real.
I'd be
needs some
depressed
type
if I
of
didn't hoop.
That's a fact,
I'd
yo.
be depressed if I
Everybody,
didn't hoop. I can't lie. But
everybody needs something.
I think that's a good.
Yeah, I
that's
think-
a good point to
I was gonna
close
say
it out.
that does answer the questions. I
shit.
hope that helped. You
Very
got-
much so. I hope that helps. I hope that puts you on in the right direction.
Yeah. Do you have a quote?
Yeah, I do.
Talk to me.
This book I've been reading. Well, not I've been reading. I finished it. I'm rereading it again. But my mom put me on. It's called. Oh, excuse me. It's called Who Moved My Cheese. It's by Stephen Johnson, MD. I'm pretty sure. But it's basically it's like a little children's story almost. That's about change and how to deal with change. And the cheese is the change. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, like you have to move with the cheese, basically. But in the story, one of the characters says, "What would I do, or what would you do?" Talking to himself in second person. If you weren't afraid, what would you do if you weren't afraid? What would your life become? What chances would you take? What risks would you take? You know, how would you decide to move with that job opportunity, with that person? You know, with the life decision that's scary. Like, how would you just say, "Man, F it, I'm about to just rock this out." And if it goes south, it goes south. But I know that I did everything and I wasn't regretting anything when I did it. So I've been trying to really implement that into life and say, what would I do right now, man, if I wasn't afraid? Like if I'm studying and I'm like scared I might get this bad grade or something. I'm like, man, let me just rock out. Especially with content. like these vlogs, I've been pushing them back for like the past 3 weeks. Like, oh, I'm gonna make one. And then I make excuses because I'm like, what if the angles aren't right? What if it flops and I get like no views, no likes, no interaction? But I'm like, I gotta start somewhere. Like, what would I do if I wasn't afraid? I would make that video tomorrow, edit it the next day, post it, and then keep on doing that every other day, once a week for YouTube. So that's what I'm gonna do. And that's my quote of the day, man. What about you, Nick?
Before you go, Nick, I actually have a quote.
Oh.
And it ties right into
You
yours.
don't have nothing.
No. That's
Damn.
that was crazy.
No, this nigga smacked the shit out of me.
This
Even
nigga
I
smacked
think
the
we
shit
was
out of me.
dabbing
That was
each other,
crazy.
bro.
That was crazy.
Even if I
as
did
fuck.
try, bro, what this nigga try? All right,
No,
go,
but
Justis.
I don't even have to explain it though, because it legit ties
Go ahead,
in
brother.
to what you were saying. It's my favorite quote is from Jim Carrey. Risk being seen in all of your glory, and it's exactly what you said, bro. Just do it, bro.
Jim was
Just do it. That's another quote. Just do it, Nike.
Spitting. Just do it, type shit.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead, bro.
Damn.
Go ahead.
God
bro.
damn.
It's really because I was deciding between two, but based off of what y'all said, I'm gonna go with this one. This is from Shannon Sharp. Shout out
Shay
Shay.
Sorry, shit.
Promises are like pie crust, thin and easily broken, and I think that obviously that goes for other people, but it also goes for yourself. Like sometimes you promise yourself stuff like I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but they're easily broken because at the end of the day, if you're not holding yourself accountable, you just won't do it. You just won't get it done. So kind of understanding that and being like, yo, when you're gonna, don't say, okay, I promise I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Get it done today. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you get it done because again, when you start doing those promises and then the second you break it, now it's gonna be that much easier to break it again. Kind of like, you know, when you skip that first class, the second one is going to be just as easy. You know what I'm saying? So kind of making sure that you're holding yourself accountable and getting the things done that you need to get done. That's that one.
It's beautiful.
I like that one.
No, thank you. But yeah, so thank you all for listening and tuning in. We'll be back with another episode soon. Shout out your Instagram.
Smooth Yoki, both on Smooth Yoki _ both on Instagram and TikTok. On YouTube, The Modern Stoic.
For me, I'm at Nick Wilk on Instagram, TikTok at Nick Wilkerson. You can follow us on QLC Experience, both on TikTok and on Instagram. Also, we are now on podcast platforms. So
Spotify.
right? So you can see us on Spotify, at Quarter Life Crisis, at the iHeartRadio app, and on Amazon, Audible, all that good stuff. And probably by now, Apple Podcasts too.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Apple Podcasts as well. So you'll see us on all those platforms. And then YouTube, Justis.
Yes. For all YouTube viewers, make sure you like, share, subscribe. Super Villain Studios. Also, if you first of all, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. QLC Experience. And if you need your podcast done or have an idea for a podcast or anything else you need, a music video done, photo shoot, whatever, you can book us at supervillainstudios.net. Right. And I think that's it.
All right, sounds good. See y'all next time.
Stay stoic, bro. We love y'all. Do your push-ups, drink your water, smile at somebody.
All that. Bye.